So if you caught my reel on social media, you saw that in this video, we're going to talk about how to use AI to, well, fact check and question MDs, attorneys, police officers, and, well, why not politicians? So let's get into it. The first thing you want to do is you want to turn the AI and put it into state by telling it to become a collective mind of the greatest in those industries or fields with at least 20 to at least, I don't know, let's say 50 years of experience within any given field, especially in politics, because sometimes there's something known as a gag order that can go for 10, 25, or 50 years, where people could talk about things and they can't talk about things, or things could get released, so on and so forth, within that time frame. So AI should have some information on that. So once you have it in a collective mindset with at least 20 to 50 years of experience, depending on the field that you're in, medical, politics, attorneys, police officers, whatever the case may be, you can then tell it that its job is to help you fact check and look at things like side effects for medications. What are the legal or laws in the area that pertain to, let's say, a situation that you might have in litigation, or something that might come up with a police officer at a regular traffic stop. You know, one of the things you can ask AI at a traffic stop is, well, what are the requirements that a cop should have present when pulling you over, and what is the precedent or the reason for him pulling you over? Now, if the police officer pulls you over and they were driving in front of you and then they say you were speeding, that's going to be relatively difficult to prove, especially since you're behind them, so on and so forth, right? Not in front of them. So how can they see if you were speeding unless they were speeding themselves, which is a form of entrapment too? Now, it's very loosely based, but entrapment goes way deeper than that, but it's just a loose form, right? They were baiting you in, so on and so forth, etc., whatever the case may be. Now, what about the body camera? What about taking notes and all those other things? Those are legalities and little tweaks that people are supposed to have, but they don't. And so sometimes that can get held against them in court, and then they'll get the case dropped because of a simple mistake. Now, this is only to educate you and for educational purposes. So go ahead and try this out for yourself. But you could go ahead and, see what we're talking about. So we have, what's it called? MDs, medical doctors, right, in the field. They want you to take things like Ozempic and all these other things. Well, what are the side effects that come along with that, both physically and mentally, right? And there's a lot of things going on with that, along with other medications. Then we have the legal system, right? This would be your attorneys, your lawyers, so on and so forth, etc., and things like that. Questions that you have maybe before going to court because you're going through a divorce or a criminal case or whatever the case may be, medical malpractice, etc. Then you have the police officers. So I'm gonna just put PO, right? Right. So police officers. You can see the legal rules and the jurisdictions and things like that that go on within your city, region, country, or state, so on and so forth. And then, of course, you have so many other professionals and professional fields that go below that. Now, you can go ahead and also ask it things like, well, what about tax questions and stuff like that? Well, if you're running into trouble with the IRS or with the federal government when it comes to taxes, you can ask it for resources if you're using things like Google's Gemini, because it has access to the internet, and it can give you a list of people that can go ahead and help you that are certified professionals, as well as the rest of the professionals we talked about in this. So if this video helped you, go ahead and smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care. Have a great day. Michael out.